what kind of shape is the road in? As I'm guessing, because this is like
in
at
really good shape right
midpoint.
Now.
Okay.
Like freshly worked on.
Okay, so hear me out on this. If we're going into an area where we know there's a high likelihood of us getting ambushed, and we're looking to kind of get ambushed, would it make sense for us to stop, camp before we get into that spot, then during the night, just kind of roll in and drop, make it look like we're setting up camp, make it look like we're easy targets? That way, at least we're rested, we're not fucking exhausted, and half of us are sleeping when they get the drop on us.
That is a good idea.
Then we're going to have to cover Caleidah with a blanket or something. He sticks out like a sore thumb.
I'll get under some tree cover.
Since it is the late fall, even in this afternoon, the sun is starting to set earlier than normal. So if you guys are going to prepare...
Even fantasy world daylight savings time, this is bullshit.
Hey, farmers need that extra hour. Okay, so you guys continue on, or are you gonna, how much time are you gonna invest in continuing your journey?
I think even just a short rest for everybody to kind of catch their wind before we progress in, because we've been riding for like 8 hours, if not longer at this point.
Okay, so you guys spend an hour just hanging around. Maybe having a snack or two. You guys haven't eaten since breakfast?
I mean, we all have road stuff.
I have a bag of gorp that I'm offering to people.
I will take a handful of gorp.
Fantastic. I will reach into the bag of gorp and eat it.
I thought you were going to say, I will reach into the bag of gorp and come back with a handful of M&Ms.
Oh.
Bastard.
Yeah, that'd be it.
I grab all the M&Ms and then
That's it. I get the rope.
I thought we were friends.
Senti is transfixed on Omen.
Lampshade.
She is talking to him all the time in dog. There's a very deep, meaningful conversation being had, and you guys are all left out of it. The nerds are being nerds. They are comparing notes. And actually,
can I? While we're doing
this,
this,
Nen come with you guys, or did you leave them?
I mean,
I think they're T-posing behind Kaleidah's horse. They're just floating along.
Yeah, I have them tied to the back of my horse like pennant streamers.
Okay. then they're just sitting side saddle and just knee deep in book material, just comparing notes. Just
in this hour,
awkwardly touching each other's faces.
They're just fucking making out. Yeah.
In the time that we've had on this, I go up to Nen and I say, Nen, what you got that can help us?
He starts going down a list of things, and he says, you sure? Sure you want to hear
Now, Faustus, I will point out that Nen's unique item that I gave him for the last game are Nen's research notes. Nen Harma gets advantage. He can use up to his intelligence modifier per day, which is 5, where he can just give himself advantage on any knowledge roll because, of course, Nen has notes on that.
Yeah. I did have him set up in such a way that he would just happen to know about a random thing. So I'm going to... He's going through his list of notes, and he's got a select few things that he knows in this time. And he's like, what do you want to know?
Is there any kind of notes about... Well, one, did you go through those caravan logs that I had you look up? I need you to check if there's any notes from... Was there anything from survivors of these attacks?
The caravan logs you're referring to... which ones?
With these attacks from the captain.
Oh, yes. Let me look into that. He just starts flipping through some notes about these caravan attacks that he's been diligently researching, because of course he has. got a pretty good roll. He says, well, from what I gathered, a lot of these people seem to have gone. I've read through their testimonies. Went to go see the justice about what they had to say about it, and few, if any, people have been killed when these attacks happened. A lot of them claimed that their attackers went a weird way about it. That their goods and the like were, let's say, contested over. And the word trade was flung around a lot. If they were interested in a duel, that they could, in a sense, do trade with them. If they weren't, they were just plain robbed. Most of these merchant folks didn't pay enough to their guardsmen to warrant such a duel, so they just ended up just losing stuff. Some merchants got a bit uppity about it and paid the price. That's what I gathered, at least. They got a weird code, I guess.
I'm trying to think of what 3 questions I get to ask my magic 8-ball.
Yeah, you start shaking then, and he's all like,
Ask again later.
ask again later. Ask me again right now. Just more
Future
shaking,
uncertain.
please.
Apart from the orc captain, were there any other descriptions of the robbers or of the crew?
Right. He starts flipping through his notes. Further, deeper, and he says, they say they were mostly monsters, green skins, goblins, orcs. One claims there was like a troll in there, but I think he was just too scared, pissing himself. A lot of the goblins tend to be mounted, and we're always about harassing people and getting them to fall into traps. That's what I dug up, at least.
Cool.
Please don't harass me much more. I can't take it.
You melodramatic.
I don't know. Anybody got a good third question?
But make sure to shake me when you ask me. I'm really into that. Put it on his character sheet. He's got a shake fetish.
You just grab him by the shoulders and just say, "Do you consent?"
He's just drooling while you're doing it, yeah.
Good.
Oh no, Den's in the Carlo.
Shake
That's
your
why he's just
Christian.
writing his notes. He's too hungover to do anything else other than write.
Well, if that's
You know,
all, then he starts
Yes.
packing up.
I
His
don't have anything.
That's all I have. Just anything you can find tonight. There might be something in a couple of those old archive books about Dulce Whitehide,
He nods.
because
slowly.
he's been around long enough. There's got to be some record.
Well, he's popular enough. I'm sure I could find something.
Okay, take care.
That
Leave
mention
Carlo alone.
That
He
mention of
salutes
Whitehide
and maybe
hurts my
ragdolls
heart
on,
when you're old.
on the horse.
Snaps back into the T-pose after his conversation ends.
His idle animation reset.
He goes Oswald of Korean, just
Anytime
Hey,
you try to
John,
talk to him now, he just says, "Not now, I'm busy." Can't you see I'm reading?
I've told you everything I know. Good day.
All right. So an hour has passed. If you guys want, you can take a short rest if you need it.
Oh, I was going to ask, during that hour, could I fashion a rope harness for my raccoon?
You've got an hour. You can make this happen.
Hell yeah.
I will require a roll though.
Shit.
This would be perfect if you.
I do not have hold critter as a spell.
This is more of a construction.
Handle animal.
Yeah, I want to be able to walk my raccoon.
Okay.
Would it be a sleight of hand since it's a dexterity thing?
Yeah.
Animal
We'll do both. One to make the thing and one to get it on him.
Okay, so which two am I doing?
We'll do.
I would say Senti would be all about this and would be assisting you.
Okay, you can do this at advantage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think a sleight of hand would be good.
I can help you with sleight of hand if you want.
Senti
Or
will
just
give
a
you,
dex.
yeah.
I mean, I already have advantage. I can't have double advantage.
So yeah, roll with advantage, and you will use up 30 feet of rope making this happen.
Jesus.
Jesus.
It's gonna be a layered thing.
I was gonna say, it's not Shibari. What the fuck
It's
are
a
we
big
doing?
raccoon.
It's clothesline. In order to get anything thick enough, you have to double it up.
Okay. So I'm doing sleight of hand.
If you are successful enough, you'll use half as much.
So sleight of hand or handle animal.
Sleight of hand and then handle animal.
Okay.
Then do both.
Hey, nat 20, so 23.
Okay, so not only do you succeed with just using 15 feet of rope, but it is exquisite in its make. It takes you about a half an hour to accomplish,
Magnificent.
and you could it is meant for this raccoon. Now
I'm just
now
holding.
the tricky part.
I'm like peeking into the basket and like holding up the rope harness, and I'm like,
He is looking at you and looking at this thing nervously.
I like put it in my lap, and I like,
If Senti was speaking to Omen, she probably still has speak with animals going.
yeah, Senti's assisting me.
I would just say she's constantly casting it because she is mesmerized by the euphoria of the font of knowledge that is Omen about the real world. So she's got that spell going.
In season 2, when they were in New Orleans, a lot of people consider that the beginning of when the show really started to come into its own.
Oof.
Okay, I rolled a 13 for both. So
I'm not proud to say I watched way too much of that show when I was younger.
All right, a 13.
yes,
It's an ordeal.
I'm sure it is. He's not 100% my friend yet, but he will be.
He will take a swing at you. He will attempt to bite you. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So he actually manages to sink his fangs while you're trying to wrestle him.
Yeah, no, I think you're just like waving a raccoon around.
And oof, take 2 points of damage. He maxed out on you. As he manages to draw some blood as you shoehorn him into this thing. But you succeed. And he is just flailing around like a dog in little shoes. But you manage to wrangle this raccoon
That was quite the metaphor.
into a harness. Yeah. Just pause, just not knowing what to do with them. This is a broken creature, but you got him.
I'll get him.
And you had like a lead on it too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can now walk your raccoon without
Hell yeah.
with less worry about being attacked or having him attack someone.
I don't think that was her worry. I think she just wanted to walk it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it took you about 40 minutes to do that, which gives
I've
you
been
about
bit by
20
a
minutes
string
of
of
walkie's time with your raccoon.
Yes. I'm walking it, and anytime it's like chill with the harness, I give it jerky.
He is chirping as raccoons do, and you eventually just it's at this point, this very moment, you break this thing, and he is only semi-feral at this stage.
The raccoon went internal, guys.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Just goes hollow and just
I just wanted it to be my friend.
no. Well,
Yeah, and this is how Stockholm Syndrome
down,
works.
So now's the part where you build him up. So he literally just sits there and just looks down the pathway trying to figure out what to do with the rest of his life. And then when he doesn't come up with an answer, he looks up and sees a handful of jerky.
I gave this raccoon an existential crisis.
And then you gave him purpose. Just one. And he
The
just reaches out
purpose
with grabby hands and takes the jerky.
Yes.
And you are now mother to this thing.
One day Caligula shall be conquering you all.
You guys are racking up on the big bads.
Woof.
He's
That's
gonna
the
be on a
secret
throne
fact
one
we're
day.
creating, the final villain.
You don't know why, but at the bottom of your field of vision, you see +5 renegade.
Somewhere I'm going to find a tiny crown for this raccoon and just like, bink.
Alright, is anyone doing anything absurd in this short rest, or shall it be concluded?
Yeah. While she's setting that up, I'm looking up the stats in the monster manual for raccoon on a stick.
It's not on a stick, it's on a
Well,
rope.
like a rope flail raccoon.
Swing them around.
Yeah.
You get one good use out of them.
Oh.
No, the trick is to whirl the rope overhead and then throw your raccoon over the wall of a fortification so that he can unlock the door from the inside.
That's accurate. Yeah.
That'll work.
I'll put him in
a
a cat.
line of infantry armed with these things, and it's not uncommon to see 30+ raccoons.
Just
attacking
yeet
the
them.
rope.
Oh God!
I'm gonna put him in a
Running amok.
cat suit so that way he doesn't get injured.
It's just a raccoon in a Zorb ball.
He is
Yes.
he is thoroughly wrapped in this rope, so he will get a +1 to his AC.
Hell yeah. Wait, do I need a stat block for my raccoon?
You
We're
probably
getting
should
there.
have.
Hell yeah.
He's got a name and he survived like multiple sessions. He's gonna get
mean-
stat block.
Technically, Caleidah has named the raccoon. I have not named it yet, but
He has been named.
one day, Caleidah will tell me that he's named my raccoon Caligula.
A moniker of sorts.
Is this where we're
We'll still get to
resting, or is this for a short rest only?
This is where we're doing the short rest.
Short rest, and then yep, it's we got some sunset upon us. It is about 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. now. What y'all doing?
So are we going to press on through the night? Or do we want to set up a fake camp? Or do
I mean, if we're setting up a fake camp, I mean, obviously booby traps, like caltrops that are hidden, and
Yeah, but we're not going to have that much time.
It doesn't
To
sound
rig
like
that
they're
up.
going to just attack us either. I think our best bet is Havik and Senti keep back, keep in the dark, keep eyes on us, but the rest of us, I think the better bet is to just go ahead and make camp.
Yeah, we really, I mean, I need to get going. So I don't know how much time I want to spend looking for this guy. I need to get home.
I think drawing him to us is going to be the faster option.
Yeah, but did we have a timetable on when we need to bring this guy down?
I was just told it needs to be done, and I have the feeling he's going to attack us anyway. We are not a subtle group.
Yes, but we also look like, and I look around at everybody brandishing armor and weapons. Like, we don't look like an easy take. I don't necessarily know that they would ambush us.
That's my hope. Maybe they keep clear of us. Maybe they approach.
Group
If they're
stealth is
approached-
still a thing.
If they approach, we'll be prepared. I just don't. If they've been set up in this area and scouting this area, odds are they have seen at least a few of us already, if they have scouts watching.
Yeah, but the difference is that they're not looking to come get us. Like, they're raiders. Like, they're just going to look out and go for easy pickings. They're going to look more for someone driving a caravan than for a highly armed and armored group just passing through. Like, they're not going to risk that. Theoretically.
That is my hope. But if they approach us, if they accost us, I don't know. I think we're going to be in for a fight.
Well, then would it make more sense to press on through the night and double back here later?
I mean, if we press on, how good is everyone's vision?
What's the moon like?
You got a crescent, so you got some very little light right now.
Is the road decently visible?
You'd say you got about 10 feet of visibility. It's not very good.
Okay.
You got a low light.
Yeah, and I have an amount of dark vision. But I think...
What's the terrain like where we're currently at?
The road is recently and well paved. It dips down into a ditch on either side, about 5 feet down. It's kind of got a bit of a marshy feel to that ditch, like there's water drainage going there. And then it's just fields, rock outcroppings, and the occasional oak tree outside of that ditch.
I think the plan to press through the night is probably our best choice.
Yeah, we're not going to get
there.
ambushed out here.
We need to get to Reopia as fast as we can. If we can make some time this evening, then we need to. I'd rather get closer to Reopia, rest, and get there fresh.
Agreed.
Alright, so you guys agree to press on through the night then?
Yep. But I will not take point. I'm going to hang off to the shadows a little bit.
Are you going into the ditch, or are you going off the path completely?
I'm going to assume that whoever's going to hit us from either the sides or the front, so I'm going to hang in the back a little bit. I can gain distance quicker than the rest of them.
Okay, how far back are you hanging back?
You said visibility is about 10 feet?
Yeah.
Low
Low light.
light? Okay.
You got a little bit of glint of moonlight on the path, but it does not go far.
I think 30 feet will be good.
Okay. So you guys see Havik kind of fade just out of sight, unless you have dark vision.
I was gonna say I'm gonna keep an eye out since I have double sight.
Good stuff.
So in case there's any sort of magical shenanigans, like magical.
Wait a minute.
For that.
God damn it. Yeah, that ability won't help, actually. So, ignore.
Yep. Rangers suck until you get to, I think, the favorite enemy isn't all that great.
Mine's humanoids. Goblins and kobolds.
Okay. So you guys are going to be pressing on. You notice that your horses are not pleased with this.
We will walk the horses for a while.
Okay. How long are you going to walk the horses?
Probably an hour.
Okay.
I mean, that's if other people want to override me, that is what I would be preparing to do.
If you guys are going to push these horses, I will require animal handling from everybody. That's riding a horse.
My horse kicks me in the face and runs away.
Fuck, mine too, probably.
You didn't think you'd be
I
doing
got
as many animal handling checks today.
I got a 15.
That one.
I'm 20.
So Skydd is just seeing this horse just kind of just
Oh, me too.
working
As
up.
I'm getting off my horse is probably when it's moving to kick me.
You're just working up a lather, and you're like, I've seen this situation before. I know how to fix this. And you just punch the thing in the head, and it
What?
just rears
Have we
up.
been like galloping through the woods for hours on end, or are we just walking?
We've just
Yeah.
been walking,
So,
but it's the continuing on through the night without resting.
yeah, this horse hates you, Skydd. But it did not run away.
I
Looks
got
like
a 20.
he's
So,
gonna
like,
bite you given the chance.
I would know enough not to punch a horse in the head.
It's been a long day. That one.
So what happened with my nat one?
Oh, you're nat one. So you've been trying to go kick in the ribs. Like, come on, and the horse just like leans over and just gives your ankle a good bite. Let's see if he pierces you.
Put that armor on.
Nope, it's just a big metal honk, just these
Clunk.
teeth, and he just stops in place. He's more interested in biting you now.
I am getting off the horse.
Two of these horses are going to have to respond to much stronger convincing arguments, or they're just not going anywhere tonight.
Might I attempt, since my horse is not trying to molest me,
Actively eat you.
to coerce the other horses to continue?
To be a beacon of inspiration for horse kind.
Why can't you be more like your brother?
Do you have a way of communicating with your horse, or to get your horse to communicate to others?
What?
No.
You know,
I am a warlock. That is not a thing I do.
Okay.
Aren't some of you guys soldiers and shit?
yes, which is why I'm saying I would know not to fucking punch a horse in the head, but
Yeah,
apparently that's what nat ones
been
do.
a caravaner, I just fucking missed this one.
Ramanas,
I also rolled a
you
one.
can attempt to rally these stubborn horses, but I will require an animal handling check at disadvantage.
No problem. Let's try it.
Double nat one. You run up and just start punching horses.
But I do not
So-
start with horses. Would you calm down?
Did Ramanas fail?
No,
I-
we'll see.
My initial one was a 15. I got a 10 this time.
I rolled a 21. So I'm gonna look at all of these people around me who I guess don't know anything about horses, and I start digging through my pack for food. I feel like it's safe to assume that I have some sort of sweet sugar item
Yeah.
that a horse would like.
I was gonna say I was going to ask if I had any a chunk of fruit.
Since he rolls a 26.
Senti just speaks with all the horses, like, come on, guys.
Look, guys, I know they're assholes, but let's just go.
Since she can and is probably able to talk to the horses right now, she manages to get a conversation with them. So she can make a persuasion check.
Senti learns horrible dark secrets about horses.
Oh no, Senti has to go before the horse court. Our horses all buck us and set up a tribunal.
The council will hear of this.
You know what we say to this?
Sean Bean is that way?
I don't think you said specifically that you have any kind of fruit on you, Caleidah. So, didn't really shop with the horses in mind, so nothing special is proffered.
But we got them from the Marble Barding, who I probably would have paid to outfit them. Did they put any apples or sugar?
Considering how much money you dropped, no.
All right, I have Gorp. Therefore,
Not
I
so
have
much how much money you gave, but how much money Clean kept.
It would appear that I have a goblin to shake at some point in the future.
Another one for the list.
Putting it in the book!
But Senti, these horses are extremely stubborn. And they've put their foot down on this, and even with a 26, they, at the very most, are willing to walk with no riders.
Okay.
You can get a walk out of them, but they do not want riders right now.
All right. Well, I guess we're just chilling here then.
Time to walk some horses.
Okay, so you guys are basically going at a slow pace. There are some advantages to doing this. If you wish, you can be sneaky about it.
I mean, I would assume that with the way that Caleidah is acting, we don't have time for stealth.
I also know, like, as a Caleidah thing and as a me thing, 5 people, 5 horses on, unless we get off the road and slow ourselves down even more. There's not really going to be any way of being silent.
Okay.
8 people, 5 horses.
8 people, 5 horses. 3 of them float though, so they're pretty stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple hours go by, and you feel only about 10 miles worth. Probably reach.
Jesus Christ, that is a slow mile.
Yeah.
It's like a crawl pace.
In the dark?
On a road,
Walking stubborn horses? No, that'd be pretty slow.
yeah, but I mean, like, even fairly slow, like I know I can walk a mile in 15 minutes
Okay.
without digging too hard. I'm just saying, like, 5 miles in 2 hours seems a little.
We also have been going most of the day, so we're pretty
Yeah, you guys are also kind of tucking
knackered at this point.
You're pushing for it. So yeah, it's getting late in the evening now. If you want, you can make perception checks. As you guys are going about this. If you want, you don't have to.
Too late. Tis been.
Once again,
I rolled
all
this.
down the road.
13.
17.
Keep in mind that we're in low light conditions, so if you don't have dark vision, it's going to dissipate. What do we got for the highest?
I think it was Skydd.
17.
Okay.
Havik.
You said you don't have to roll perception.
Oh.
16.
Well, we have a tail, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Havik, you want to disappear for a few seconds?
Stealth this bitch, and 29.
The horse doesn't even notice. So, Skydd, do you say it out loud that we have the tail?
Yeah, like quiet. Like I pretty much just like tell Havik, like, hey, we got somebody tailing us. You might want to be sneaky about it.
With my dark vision and a little bit of low light, are we coming up on any kind of like larger rocky outcropping or trees near the road or things that are conveniently raiding crew size?
With your vision, it almost feels like every like 50 feet or so outside.
Gotcha.
This place is craggy as fuck.
All right, we are in Murderer's Row.
It's rife with raid.
Are we going to be getting more of the tangled dudes in the Hard Guy Tavern song, or is this going to be more Aladdin and the Prince, or Aladdin and the 40 Thieves, King of Thieves, Aladdin and the King of Thieves, where like big
No,
show
this is-
number?
This is from dusk till dawn. The sun goes down. It's just game on.
Oh shit!
I am covered in holy symbols. Fucking bring on a wave of from dusk till dawn vampires.